Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Good day to all of us. Ako po si Deborah Garcia and welcome to this series where we will practice the things that we learned from the past lessons that we had. Today's practice will cover Lesson 1 from the Spoken or Conversational Filipino series. So, handa na ba kayo? Mag-practice na tayo! I prepared 3 activities for you today, and we are in activity 1. It says, choose the right verb for each picture. All of these verbs, by the way, were discussed in lesson 1 under the Conversational Filipino series. So if you need to review all of those verbs or if you need to rewatch the lesson, please do so. If you took down notes, maybe you can go ahead and bring your notes while doing this activity. And also, I suggest that you read these words out loud so that you can practice saying the Filipino words and you can hear yourself if you are pronouncing them correctly. I am going to read them. You can read them with me, okay? So let's take the first picture here. Is this A, nagsisipilyo, B, kumakain, or C, naliligo? What do you think? Did you get it? It's letter C, naliligo, from the root verb ligo, to take a bath. Let's go to the next picture. What is this little guy doing here? Is it A, naghuhugas, B, nagbibihis, or C, bumabangon? Did you get it? It's B, nagbibihis, from the root verb bihis. It means to get dressed or change clothes. Picture number 3. What is this girl doing? Is it A, kumakain, B, naghuhugas, or C, nagsisipilyo? It is letter A, kumakain. Root verb, kain, to eat. Next picture. Is this pumapasok, B, gumagawa, or C, bumabangon? It is letter C, bumabangon, from the root verb bangon, to get up. All right, let's go to the last picture. What is this man doing? Is it A, nagbubuhos, B, nag-aahit, or C, pumapasok? Answer, it's letter B, nag-aahit. From the word ahit, it means to shave. All right, that's it for activity 1. I hope you got all the answers correctly. By the way, I would just like to remind you that all of these verbs are in their present tense. Now, let's go to the second activity. In this activity, we are going to read and analyze our sentences. So I use the same picture, use the same verbs, but I change their tenses. So I am going to read all the sentences first and then I'll give you time to read them on your own. I suggest that you read each sentence out loud so that you can hear yourself, your pronunciation, and your intonation. Let's see if you are able to imitate how I read them. All right, let's go. Number 1. Naliligo ako araw-araw. Number 2. Magbibihis ako mamaya. Number 3. Kumain ako ng cereal kanina. Number 4. Bumangon ako ng maaga kahapon. And the last one, nag-aahit ako kada linggo. Can you do it? Can you repeat after me? Number 1. Naliligo ako araw-araw. Your turn. Alright, number 2. Magbibihis ako mamaya. Your turn. Number 3. Kumain ako ng cereal kanina. Your turn. Alright, last two. Bumangon ako ng maaga kahapon. Your turn. Alright, last one. Nag-aahit ako kada linggo. As you can see, I already underlined the verb in each sentence. And if you notice, we only have one subject here in all of the sentences. So we only use the word ako. I hope you still remember what ako means because that is our subject for all of the sentences. And also I included adverbs in each sentence and I put their English meaning inside the parenthesis. So, can you translate these sentences into English? I'll give you 60 seconds. Your timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Let's see if you got the answers correctly. All right, I hope we have the same answers. I have one more thing for you for this activity. Would you be able to identify the tense of the verb for each sentence? Is the verb in the future, present, or in the past? I'll give you 60 seconds. And for our last activity, you have to write your own sentence for each of the picture. You can write as many sentences as you want, but I'm only asking two. So one for each picture. If you forgot the verbs that you should use for these pictures, then maybe you would like to review the lesson, rewatch it, or maybe you would like to check your notes. And that is all for today. I hope you enjoy learning the Tagalog language. See you again in the next practice. Bye!